Aloha, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a really good Thursday. Welcome to my home. My name is G and I'm with EXOS. Welcome to this 30 minutes of movement. I started a little early. Just want to log on, make sure we're communicating, make sure you're seeing my face. A couple reminders is I would like to remind you that we are still sending out those newsletters and we would love to hear from you. Even if it's just questions about EXOS or what we do or what we provide, we would love to hear from you. And we can't wait for those emails to come in and whatever. So for today, like normal, we're just going to be using that, yoga mat or pad. Obviously, some space. Okay, water and a towel. We're not going to be doing any sliding, so you won't need an extra towel. You will not need a chair or couch. So pretty basic stuff today. Got a great day planned for you. We're going to focus a little bit more on that knee and hip flexion, and then really trying to own that top position of the push-up and some crawling. So lots of fun work today and a lot of volume. We're going to probably try to accomplish 4 rounds in that first strength block and then finish with a little bit of ESD. Got something fun planned for the end. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We're going to get started on time, so get in that space, get in that mental space that you have to get into. Shake it out. Let's go ahead and start with some spine flexion and extension. So I want you to pretend that you're ripping this shirt apart and you're really trying to show that logo. So rip apart and just flex that chest nice and big. And then from there, I just want you to point towards me, right, left, and then repeat. We're going to do this 5 times. So nice and slow. Everything retracts back, elbows go back, and then just big point towards me. Right and left. Repeat. 5 times here. All we're doing here is really just trying to get the spine nice and loose. Trying to get you ready for what is about to happen. And that is some work and some sweat. All right, very nice. So once you finish with that, we're just going to do 20 in-place jump ropes, and then we're going to do 20 jumping jacks. So here we go. 20 in place, up and down. You can go side to side. You can alternate with the feet, however you want, just 20 hops. All right, from there we're going jumping jacks, 20. Get as long as you want with the arms. You can make them in tight. Big 20 count here. And relax. We're going to carry over that 20 rep theme. So go ahead and soften those knees. Shift that weight to one side. And all we're going to do from here is just kick straight back. Try to activate that big muscle in back, otherwise called your glutes. So kick straight back. We're going to do 20 reps here. So my big toe is touching right beside the foot that's down, and then reaching straight back and forth. So 1, 2, that completes each rep. So 20 reps here. All that weight, my toe, my knee, and my nose are all in one line here. Let me give you a little better angle. That's how you should be. Really trying to get that nice extension out of that back foot. Once you've done 20, switch it up to the other side. This is a great area to start with. You want to make sure that everything's turned on this back side before you get into any kind of lunging or squatting. All right, once you've completed 20, shake it on out. Hopefully those glutes are burning a little bit. Now we're going to get into just a little quarter squat. And then give me that big knee hug at the top. Really zip up that spine. Try to stand as tall as you can. For this point, we're going to do 5 each side. So just alternate, 10 total. Take your time here. Load into that hip, nice and tall. 10 total, 5 each side. Remember, when we're just using our body weight, it's all about control here. All about control. Try not to rush through these movements. Very nice. Once you've completed 10, go ahead and relax. We're going to move on to our next little movement preparation. In place, we're going to go a squat. You're just going to do a real quick lateral shuffle into another squat. We're going to go back and forth, okay, 3 times each. So squat, shuffle, squat, shuffle. Back and forth. Doesn't have to be a big squat. Just give me a little crease of the hips. Try to keep those feet nice and flush. Let's do 6 total reps. Back and forth. Again, we're really just trying to emphasize that squat and crawl today. 6 total. Very nice. Hopefully your legs will come up just slightly. Let's get into hand walk with a yoga push-up. So check it out. Big hand walk. Yoga push-up. So draw those hips straight back. Walk it all the way back up to the top, and then you just get into your squat, stand straight up. Okay? We're going to try that for 5. So let me show you again. Big hand walk out to a nice high plank. Drive those hips back. Head goes through the hands. Then I get into a nice deep squat, and then I'm back up standing. 5 reps. Give that a try if you haven't started already. Remember, we are just preparing, so don't worry about rushing. Now, when you draw those hips back, really try to get some ankle ranges. So play with that. Play with those ankle ranges. Try to drive your heels back. That is going to give you that nice deep squat that you like with that great dorsal flexion, right? So 5 there. All right, right into it, okay? We're going to do something a little different for neural activation today. Of course, I'll give you that drop call. So you'll drop into base, that nice athletic position like I always like to talk about. Chest over knees over feet, okay? Hands are back, and instead of going straight up on the go call, we're going to come out. So I'm going to give you a little broad jump. So drop and then a go. You will jump towards me. Or if you do not have as much room, a little bit more vertical emphasis, but I still want you to move forward, okay? We're going to try that for 3. All together, here we go. Pull that paint off that ceiling. On my drop and a go. Drop and a go. Ready. Drop. Go. Perfect. Very nice. 2 more. Here we go. Ready. Drop down. Go. Be nice and springy like a frog. Last one. Ready. Drop. Go. Good. Shake it out. Reset. Now this one's going to be in place. On your own, we're going to do 2 each side. So 2-foot setup. Drop to 1. Then on your own, once you're settled, come up to a nice sprinter position. Nice and tall. That knee is above the hip. Here we go. On your own. Ready and go. Drop to 1 foot. Come up to that sprinter position. Reset. 2 each leg. Drop and go. Good. Just like that. All about balance, stability, controlling your body. Drop down and go. Perfect. Go ahead and shake it out. Let's grab some water, and I'm going to run you through this first strength block. So, I decided to go with all 10s for my reps. So you can just put that in the back of your mind. Everything is 10. Everything is 10. We're going to do 4 movements. Okay. The first one, I decided to do reverse lunge. Now I threw a little twist on it. I want to get those arms. See if you can, those arms up and overhead. Okay. So big Y position. Palms are facing each other. And all we're going to do from here is just a big reverse lunge. Okay. Now I want to make that alternating. So you go from left to right. And yes, 10 each side. So we're going to accomplish some work. Let's get right into that, okay? So you guys had your water break. Let's get those arms overhead to a Y. Make sure that spine, okay, is nice and straight the entire time. Here we go. 10 each side, 20 total. Let's get right into it. And of course, like I always say, Please feel free to use some music. I know it's quiet in my house here, but I would prefer you guys add some rhythm to your life. Throw some music on. Makes the workout go a little smoother. 20 total, 10 each side. Keep those arms overhead. Very nice. My goal today is to get those shoulders back from all that computer and texting, right? So, off of that, we're going to go to the ground. We're going to get into that high plank position, and we're going to add an arm lift. Okay, we're going to do 5 each side here. So, notice, my feet are in a triangle, so they're a lot wider for stability. From here, I'm just going to go into that Y with a single arm. 5 each side. Go ahead and get started if you haven't already. Ten total, 5 each side. Very nice. That is number 2. Okay, number 3. We're going to stay on the ground. And instead of going with that contra dead bug, we're going to go with the bilateral dead bug. So, biggest thing here, notice that my knees are over my hips. I'm going to take a big exhale, try to drive my belly button and lower back flush. And then from there, drive my heels down towards the ground as flush as I can. And if I want to, also drive my arms. Okay, if I want to keep them up for a little bit more stability, you can. The farther I reach with my feet and my hands, you're going to feel that low back want to come off the ground. Do not let it, okay? Once you feel it come off the ground, stop. We're going to do 10 here. Go ahead and get started if you haven't already. Very nice. All right. Back on your feet. This is the last movement. I said we're doing 4. Same thing. We're going to do 10 reps here. So, interlock those fingers. We're going to go right behind the head. If you have a problem going behind the head, I just want you to make an A. So, like you're flying, make a big A. From here, we're going to go into a good morning. Okay, so we're going to get that big hip hinge nice and soft with the knees. All we're going to do is draw those hips back like I'm trying to shut a door closed with my butt. So, hands behind head, big hip hinge. Make sure it's smooth. Once I feel my back is parallel, okay, with the ground, I'll go up. Don't cheat it, and don't make it a squat. So it's not about the knee flexion, it's more about the hips. So try to close that door with the hips, and we're doing 10. Very nice. So that is strength block number 1. We're going to try to get through that 4 times. Okay, so lots of work. Remember, 10 reps of everything. All right, right into set number 2. Let's get right into a big Y, right? So palms are facing each other. Make that big Y like you're trying to do YMCA. And then you want to make sure that spine isn't big and arch. Try to close that bucket and try to keep that angle, okay, here. We're going to do 10 each leg. Go ahead and get started. Imagine you have a big barbell overhead and you can't drop it. Load up that front foot. Ten reps each leg, doing 20 total. Yeah, and if you start to feel a little bit of a burn in the back of your shoulders, that's what I want. That's what I want today. Like I said, I want to get you out of that flex position and open you up, let you see the world. Right into that big high plank with the arm reach. Now, if you want to go all 5 on one side, and then switch, you can. Five each side, 10 total. Staying on the ground for that nice big bilateral dead bug. So notice that my toes are pointed, and I'm just trying to get as long as possible. Get myself right back to the top. We got 10. Very nice. Right back to your feet. Now you can play with this position. If you don't want to stay here, I said, let's make sure we fly and really retract those shoulders back. Big theme for today is get you out of that hunched over position from all that text messaging and computer work. So we're flying, big hip hinge, okay? And we're doing a nice good morning. Now play with the tempo. The slower you go, the harder it's going to be. You can even pause at the bottom. Your own ability. I can't see you, but I can feel you. Okay? I can feel if the movement is too hard. I've been doing this for almost half my life, so it takes practice, and don't get discouraged if it doesn't feel right or if you fall. Just keep moving. That's the whole goal for today. Have some fun, okay? So big Y. Now we're getting right back into those alternating reverse lunge. I got 20 here. Remember, try to check back in at the top. You should feel that burn in the shoulders. Beautiful. I'm going right for that plank with arm reach. Eight, 9, 10. Beautiful. I'm rushing through this, but try to go at your own pace. Okay, go at your own pace. Right into that big dead bug. Get nice and long. Keep that spine flush, remember. Toes stay pointed towards you. Don't cheat. Beautiful. All right, right into those good mornings. I'm going behind the head. I'm going to play with the tempo. So 2 down, 1 hold, 1 up. 2 down, 1 hold, 1 up. 10 reps. Seven, 8, 9, and 10. Grab a quick swig, and we're going to get right into it. Here we go. Big Y's, alternating reverse lunge. Okay, we got 20, 10 each leg. Come on. Let's drive this last set home. Let's get to that finish line. Nice and smooth. Remember, it's not always how you start, it's sometimes how you finish. And 20. I'm going to go right into a high plank position. Okay. The farther away from your face that your hand is, the harder it's going to be. So move that hand in right below your face. It's going to be a little easier to be stable with that low back. Very nice. Right into those dead bugs. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. This last set of good mornings, I want you to pretend you have a bar in your hand, okay? So that bar is sitting on your hip, and from there, we're just gonna hinge. Really try to keep all that weight on that whole foot, okay? So big toe, pinky toe, and heel, okay? I don't wanna see those toes come up. Try to keep that toe nice and flush. Pretend you're doing a big RDL. It's the same movement here. Very nice. All right, block 1, that is done. Okay, we're gonna finish. We're gonna finish, of course. I love this towel. We're gonna finish with a little bit of metabolic. Okay, so we're gonna turn it up a little bit. I have 3 movements to do. We're gonna be crawling back and forth, so nice, easy bear crawl. Once you run out of room, just go backwards. So I can even go here, a little better. Crawl is the first one. Number 2, I would like a squat. So nice big squat, get all the way to the bottom, whatever that is for you, without your back collapsing, getting rounded, and that foot is staying nice and full, and then we're gonna go to a pillow bridge. Now, the kicker here, we're gonna be doing 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, and then you will have that big minute for a little bit of recovery, and then we'll hit it again. So we're gonna do 2 rounds, 3 movements. I want you to accomplish lots of work. I wanna get that heart rate up. I wanna set you guys off in your evening and dinner time, sweaty and hungry, okay? So let's do that now. You're gonna be going off my clock. So first movement, crawl. Second movement, squat. Third movement, pillar bridge, okay? So we're just gonna be doing a plank at the bottom for 40 seconds. All right, are you ready? Let's go. In 3, 2, 1, we are crawling back and forth. Remember, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. Halfway done, halfway there. Come on, push yourself this evening. You know you want to. Just leave it out on the floor. Here we go. We're done in 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very nice. Big 20-second rest, right? I know it doesn't seem like a long time, but use that rest wisely. Shake it out. We're going into squats next. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Come on. Let's go. 40 squats. 40 squats. A squat a second. Come on. Let's drive this home. Let's finish this workout nice and sweaty. Come on. Halfway there. Notice how I'm reaching out with my hands. You can do the same. Just adds a little bit more stability through the trunk. You can even throw the palms up. 5 seconds. Don't quit on me. 3, 2, 1. Time. Very nice. Good. All right, 20 seconds of rest, and we're going into a plank or pillow bridge. So on the ground, quick turnaround here, and then we'll have that big rest. Come on, stay with me. 3, 2, 1, pillow bridge, come on. Let's make that thing look sharp. Now's the time. Come on, halfway there. Ten seconds, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Relax. Very nice. All right, from here we're gonna go big 60-second break. Okay, and then we're gonna get right into it. One more round. One more round. I'm definitely breathing quite a bit. Hope you guys are as well. Now with that crawl, you're gonna feel in your hips, you're gonna feel it in your shoulders, you're gonna have to brace. It's a total body movement, it's a primal movement. It's something that we need to get back to, and it's something that can be practiced. You can do it anywhere. It's amazing what gravity and your own body weight can do. Okay, so we got 20 seconds left. Right into one more round. Come on, let's finish this thing, let's take it home. Let's take it home, 10 more seconds. Here we go. Go ahead and get that spot on the ground. Ready. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's rock. Come on. You can move as fast as you want. You can go slow. The smaller the steps, usually the better. Okay, imagine that you're trying to really drive those toes into the ground. 10 more seconds, come on, stay with me. I didn't forget about you. 3, 2, 1, time. Go ahead and stand up, shake it out. Let's get ready for those squats. All right, big challenge right here. I'm gonna go 60 squats here, 60 squats in 40 seconds. We're back on in 3, 2, 1. Do them with me. Here we go. 1, 10. 20. 30. 40. 3, 2, 1, time. Only got to 46. Very nice, come on. We got one more thing to do. We got that pillar bridge. Slow yourself down. Come on. Let's get to the top of that week. Feeling good, feeling strong. Here we go. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. If you want to make this tougher, try to squeeze your elbows and toes together and then flex your glutes. It's an underrated movement, highly utilized for that trunk neutral. It's a big position in our world. Come on, we got 10 seconds. Two, 1, time. Beautiful. Woo. Fantastic. Yeah, and we finished right on time. Go ahead and walk it out. I have definitely sweated more than I thought I was going to. I hope you guys have as well. Hope you guys are feeling it. Hope the legs are feeling good. That was quality. So quality 30 minutes there. I always say this about now. It is 6 o'clock. If you need to leave, totally fine. You guys did great today. If not, we're gonna do a little bit of a regen action here. Couple stretches. Want to focus on that hip, internal, external, just so you guys are moving that much better. And then we're gonna do a little bit of ankle ranges, some dorsal and plantar flexion. Okay, so if you guys have a mat, use it. If not, no big deal. Okay, just find some space. I know I got a couple big areas of sweat here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sit where I was before. Now, notice, let's come up almost to this rowing position. Okay, give you a little bit of side angle, and then just let your knees fall to one side. If you need to rest on your hand, that's totally fine. And then from there, all I want you to do is try to zip your spine up nice and tall. Okay, so instead of punching over to one side, I want you to try to, as if I zip the sweater up, nice and straight. And then from there, I'm going to find that range forward. And that's where that money comes in. Really trying to stress, okay, that internal of the hip. And then you're just going to back off. I'm going to do that 3 times. So zip up tall, lean forward. Instead of rolling that back and then trying to get nice and deep, I'd rather you feel it in the areas that you really should be feeling it, okay, which is that hip socket. So fine. So back and forth 3 times. Once you have finished that, okay, we're going to start like you're in that row machine. Knees are going to be bent, hands just outside your hips, okay, for support. Then I'm just going to rock to one side, okay, and then once I get down there, drive my knee into the ground and just lift straight up. Okay, so rock it to the other side, knee comes down, straight up. And I'm just going to go back and forth. Try to get 6 reps in. Really try to own that position at the bottom. Beautiful. All right. So, like I promised, we're going to try to play with a little bit of dorsiflexion here. So, what I want you to do, get into that half kneeling position. Okay, and then from there, I just want you to tuck that heel a little closer to your body. So go ahead and do that. We're going to hold for 6 to 10 seconds and then back off. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to lean that torso over my knee, and then from there, I'm going to get that knee, that opposite knee, a little closer to your foot, and then really try to drive my heel into the ground with my body weight. Hold for 10 seconds, get as much dorsal flexion as I can, and then back off. Now, if this is too uncomfortable, you can just reach forward and then drive your knee, hold for 10, and back off if the other one is a little too violent. But I really want to try to get as much of that nice big ankle flexion as I can. 3 reps on each side, and then switch it up. So, like I said prior, get into that half kneeling position. Body comes forward. If I want to just use my hands and shift all my weight forward to get some dorsiflexion, I can, or I can use my body and then really hammer out some ankle ranges here. So, up to you. This is a big one when it comes to squatting, okay? Also, how you accelerate, how you jump. Usually, if you have good ankle ranges or dorsiflexion, you can jump higher, squat better, you can get to that full range. So, once you finish through each side, let's go ahead and get into some plantar flexion. So, all you're going to do is get to that kneeling position, and all I want you to do is now point your toes instead of curling them, and just lean back. Now, I feel a pretty good stretch here. If you don't, lean forward with your hands, and all you're going to do is drive those toes into the ground and then lift up. Drive up and down, do this 5 times, or you can also just kind of shift that weight back if you want a deeper stretch. Getting that anterior part of that lower leg is super important. I know it usually gets really tight for me. All right, and then the last one, we're just gonna get into the downward dog position and then just cross that foot over and then really try to hammer out that heel into the ground. Kind of shake it out a little bit and then switch it up. Shake it out, switch. Back and forth 2 times. Last thing here, we're really gonna focus on that breath, okay? I'm not gonna give you a given time. I just want you to naturally inhale as much as you can, as much air as possible. Really try to do that through the belly, and then top of that chest. I want you to give me a little 1-second pause at the top, and then nice and slow exhale. That is the biggest key to all this. Inhale, give me a nice hold at the top, and then slow exhale. You can do that through the nose or mouth. You can make a sound, however you like. You can make a sigh. Anything that's going to get you breathing nice, a little slower, and just kind of slow that process of that fight or flight. Okay, so try to get to 5. Beautiful. Couple more breaths here. As you can tell, I accomplished some work today. Pretty sweaty. One thing with the breath, if you're having some trouble sleeping or just some extra added stress right before bed, that's a great tool. So 1-to-2 ratio. So if I inhale for 5, try to exhale for 10. That's going to help you get into that nice rhythm of breathing. It's also going to slow everything down. And once you focus on those numbers with the breath, usually it gets your mind off of whatever's going on. So I wish you guys all a very, very good evening. Thank you so much for moving with me. It means a lot. Doesn't feel like I'm working, having a lot of fun with this. So keep coming, keep joining me. Mahalo.